Reich, ladies and gentlemen, Dan Reich. We're just going to see who has more friends, like the bride or the groom. Those are those two sides mixed up. Welcome to the Flash Family Show. Tonight we're going to do something a little bit different. As you know, these shows are totally improvised, but to add just a little bit more of a twinkle, a little bit more spice, we're going to have a secret word that Groucho Marx used to have on You Bet Your Life. And in that instance, if the people would say the secret word sometime during the night, a little duck would come down from upstairs and go give them $100. We're not going to do that. But what we are going to do, when somebody in the cast says the secret word, everybody in the audience is going to go quack, 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 quack. Okay. What we want is an everyday word, but not a word like the or and or a. And we don't call it out. I'll come down and I'll jot it down on the pad. Last week's word was together. And they went through about 3/4 of the show until somebody said, "We will never be together." And then the audience quack, 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 quack. It was fun, really. And they kept saying, "They forgot it. I thought they forgot to do it. The word just hadn't come up yet." So let's pretend that we've got our word, and I say the word. Secret word. That's just ducky. You know. Who's got a word, like an everyday word that you use? Don't say it, please just raise your hand. Lady in the back. I will jot this down and show it to everybody so you know, otherwise it wouldn't work because you wouldn't know what the secret word was. Don't say it, please. Last week somebody said, "Oh, it's whatever it was." Kind of destroys the whole point. Okay. Thanks for coming tonight. I understand the parking lot is closed. Somebody just told us. That was a real treat for us to realize that people were driving down here couldn't actually get into the park. That's always fun. Flash Family shows are totally improvised. They're made up in the moment based on your suggestions. All during the evening, the actors will be coming to you and asking for suggestions. They'll give you a category, and you shout out a suggestion in that category. They'll take the first one that they hear, so don't be bashful. Shout them out. And what we'd like to do is give everybody a chance to give suggestions tonight. So many times in this heat of the moment, one person might get all excited and would do 30, 40 suggestions. The guy behind me, it's kind of teary. So the show is just about to start. Thanks again for coming this evening, and the actors will be out in about 60 seconds.
That's absolutely true. All right, we're back. We're back. Thank you. Throughout the last hour, we've been discussing some very important issues here, and we've gotten a lot of feedback from you. And for these final few minutes, we'd like to finally kind of summarize what we've been talking about. And the question was, what makes people feel good? And Sue, I believe you have some comments.
Well, yes, the audience has been playing along with this and giving us lots of good suggestions of what makes them feel good. And we've got one more. The woman up here said that she wanted to offer something. Ma'am, what is it that makes you feel good?
Hot fudge sundaes.
Hot fudge sundaes. You know, just the kind of thing that's pretty.
That's something I personally love, too.
Well, except they give me headaches.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yes,
sure.
they give me a headache too,
Yeah.
so obviously, you know, we can't get together on that, but I'm glad for you.
Headaches, too.
So what makes you guys feel good?
Well, I like hot sauce. I put it on everything. In fact, I'll even drink it out of the jar sometimes. I'll take it out of the refrigerator, take off the top, and
That
just
gives me
chug it.
indigestion.
Me. Yeah, straight out of the can. Isn't that amazing? And Keith, you've got kind of an unusual habit that gives you a good time. Why don't you tell us about that?
I chase the ants that are in my kitchen around.
Oh, I've seen him do that. It's really amazing.
Oh, ants make me paranoid.
Well,
But I love to ride my bicycle. I just adore.
That's great.
see, I had a childhood trauma with that. I can't ever get near anything with wheels.
Well,
I kept falling off in scabs. Horrible.
Yeah.
well, then what do you like? I mean, I haven't heard anything that you like yet.
You know, I don't know. After this conversation, I'm not exactly sure. I don't believe that any of us agree on liking something. Nothing makes everybody in this room feel.
I
It's
don't
kind of
know,
depressing,
Doug.
you know?
I don't know. It seems to me that based on the fact that we're all here in the room, there's got to be something that we all can agree on, even something about tonight. I mean, these people, they braved closed parking lots to get in here. That says something to me.
Yeah, we're all masochists. No?
I think also probably we all really feel good when we see Flash Family!
That's it! Of course! That's it! Everybody get a chance to get all their little papers in the basket? Okay, we'll be using those tonight. For our first piece, we want to explain something about improvisation. Inspiration comes from a lot of different places when you're improvising. And we're going to do a piece now to warm ourselves up and to give you a chance to see how we can get inspiration off of a body position that someone else gives us. So this game is based on a body position and changing the reality. So we'll get a starting activity from you, and then whenever the player calls freeze, that body position will be the inspiration for a new activity. So watch for what we do with this physical inspiration. So what's an activity that two people could be involved in on, say, Saturday afternoon?
Running.
Like running. Thank you very much. Well, I don't like that neighborhood. It feels dangerous when we go through there, you know?
Honey, I have mace. It doesn't matter. We can go through there anytime.
Yeah, but that's so violent. Don't you feel like that's contributing to violence when you strike back with chemicals in people's eyes?
Oh, it doesn't like us.
Freeze.
Get in the sack, come on. I want this prize badly. Get the leg in here.
Okay.
Just as soon as the whistle.
Freeze!
Sergei, I must jump the boat to freedom. You are coming with me, yes?
I don't know. Can I leave my children behind me?
You must. The guards there are
He
shooting.
has only wounded me.
Quick, now! Americans, give it up!
No.
Freeze!
My babies! My little kittens! They're lost in the fire!
I'll leave the feet down. I won't step on any of them, I promise, okay?
Alright.
Freeze! 99, 100, 101, what? She's around here somewhere. I can smell her.
Freeze!
Bachapetta. I haven't told any lies.
Freeze!
Oh my God! Look! It's a red-footed ibis!
Oh, yes, it's mirroring me.
Oh, look, it's coming! It's going to mate! Oh, look! Oh my God, keep going! Keep going!
Now she will disappear when I stick the sword through her throat. Just like this. Oops.
Freeze! My mating dance will draw you ever and ever closer to me. Gaze into my eyes.
That's fine, but could you give my wife some resuscitation here? She ate too much poi. Okay, I'm here to answer your questions. Both of them. I'm going to answer, what are these baskets doing here, Doug? And this is something we've come up with to challenge ourselves to involve you in a different way, different from normal. Because usually we ask for suggestions, we take the first thing we hear, and that's wonderful. Now we're going to try something a little bit different, which, as you know, you were asked to give suggestions before you even sat down. So what we're going to do is take one suggestion from each of these baskets, a who, what, and a where, which are three of the 3 principles of improvisation, and just pull them out at random. So your suggestions will not have anything to do with each other, if they ever do. So I'm going to reach in here and just take out a piece of paper. Okay, and the who is lazy. We have a personality type here. Okay. I feel like I'm being audited by the IRS here. These are my gas receipts. I'm not going to look. Okay, and the what is trying to get the other person to leave, something that never happens in real life. And the where is right here at the bottom. It always is. Okay. The where is gone. And the where is the toilet or shower. This person is either a Libra or couldn't make up their mind. So we have a choice here of toilet or shower, giving us a little bit more flexibility than we deserve. So, okay, what we have here, to repeat the obvious, is a lazy person trying to get rid of the other person in the toilet or shower. And you asked for it.
This is ridiculous. I only have one cheek on. Come on. For better or worse, this is obviously the worst part.
I think I hear the phone.
Yes, you're right. It's probably for you. Okay. This is not going to work. I'm not falling for it. You were in here 4 hours yesterday.
I had a hard day.
I didn't believe any of the snoring. That's bullshit, okay?
Well,
It's not that hard of a world. Get out there. Take on a challenge. Think of something you'd really like to do, like make it all the way to the living room.
why?
Why?
I've seen the living room.
There's like bigger places to sit down.
Too big. I can't reach the magazines from the couch.
You'll be surprised how big the kids are. Johnny's almost 4'3" now. And yesterday he came home with...
Is that the doorbell?
Look.
Is that Johnny?
It might be. Wouldn't you want to see him? How about greeting him with a warm, or even a fake if it has to be, motherly smile?
Send him in.
Honey, this is gone too far. This is move over just a little bit. This has gone entirely too far. The neighbors are saying very unpolite things.
I never pay any attention to what the neighbors say.
I know, you
You
weren't...
would do well to do that. Ignore the neighbors. They're all very bitter people.
When I invite them over for dinner, I expect you to come out of the bathroom and at least say hi.
I would expect you to ask me before you invite them over.
Well, okay. If we had a forum in which we might speak and talk about these things and discuss... Put down the magazine just for a minute, will you please? Thank you. You might put it in the basket with all... That's another thing. I'm always having to clean up after you. This is ridiculous.
Here, it fell in. Right side up, too.
Look, I'm even making your side of the bed. I know it's not used, but it's a certain sense of faith that I have that you'll return. That you'll come back from exile, as we call it out in the living room.
Honey,
Yes?
I've been thinking.
Really? What a change. Yes? No, sorry, it was probably too much to hope for. Pass me some paper, will you?
You want us or people?
The people. I haven't seen that one yet.
we are is a pond. What? A cop engine? A cab engine?
Sound it out, baby.
A car engine, excuse me, a car engine. And who is Fred? Fred, a car engine, and a pond. Thank you.
6 miles, Emily. I walked 6 miles to get some water because you overheated the goddamn Saab.
I know, Fred. And you are wonderful. You are just my hero, Fred. You've always done this with every time something's broken down, you become a hero.
Just for a minute, then I go back to just being me. Oh shit, there's a tadpole in there now.
Oh, it's so beautiful. I can hear the sounds of nature once again.
See, I knew it was a mistake. You sent me to this damn swamp over there, this scummy lagoon to get water for the... Then there's alien
This reminds me of our honeymoon.
tadpoles?
It reminds me of the time we got lost in the jungle.
Excuse me.
And we camped out over...
This is my pond.
That's right.
Oh, it's a beautiful
You're
pond.
trespassing right now.
Well, we don't have much choice. See, the wheels are sunk up to the chassis.
What are you doing with your car in my pond?
You explain it to me.
Well,
It's too depressing.
You're taking a shortcut.
Yeah.
And we're going to the valley of the next town. And,
We have season's tickets.
yes, we do. And my sister is dancing in the ballet, and his brother's mean is there.
And we mean no disrespect or any harm. Unfortunately, we broke down, and we're here. And
Yeah, but how'd you get in the pond?
well, it's sort of
The road's
rolled.
over there.
See, yeah, I know. See, well, the gate that you so very cleverly put up there to keep people like us out, well, we crashed through that. And now we're down here in the muck and mire, and
I wasn't driving.
no, she never does. Never does. And, well, gee, could we give you, would you like to come over to our house for dinner?
Would you like a ticket to the ballet tonight?
That too.
Yes.
Why don't you take mine?
I want you to get the car out of the pond.
We're working on that too. That's definitely one of our priorities. Do you think you could call a tow truck?
I've got toads in this pond and frogs.
Yeah, and there's one in my radiator
know.
now too.
They're my friends, you know.
Well,
I've got crayfish in there too.
Yeah.
Trout, dragonflies.
We think it's the most wonderful pond, don't we, Fred?
There's a whole ecology in that pond.
it's very natural. I would love to have one in my backyard.
Your car just wrecked it.
Well,
Think of it as providing mating and spawning grounds for your little crayfish and your frogs. It could be a permanent addition. It could be something that adds thousands of square feet of mating area.
Subaru?
Not that we want to leave it here that long, but
just long enough to call AAA. You have a phone.
yes.
You have a house. You have a husband. You have anything.
I've got oxen.
Oxen.
Oxen. Oh, this is so exciting! This is like being a pioneer woman.
Have you got a rope?
No.
I've got a rope.
We're onto something. Well, that's wonderful then. I'll be so happy to get out of your pond, wouldn't you?
Yes, your name is you look familiar. Haven't I seen your picture in the newspaper as the nature woman of Back Ridge Mountain?
Nope. I'm Kim Novak. So, you want those oxen?
Yes.
Or are you gonna walk?
Well, if we could borrow your oxen, we'll be glad to get our rear ends out of here. There, I just donated your tadpole back into the great septic swamp.
Thank you.
Ooh, my feet are getting a little wet.
Yeah, actually,
I'm...
oh no, oh no. It's time for her medication. She should go in the house, and I have to,
My medical kit is right here. I think we could just sit down for a moment with some clean water and I could...
Maybe you folks better spend the night.
how about just until it gets dark?
I think there's a storm coming up.
Yeah, I feel it too.
I have some stew on the stove,
What kind? It's not oxen stew, is
some
it?
dandelion wine in the cellar.
We'll take it.
Oh,
Thank
that
you.
sounds...
Turned out to be a good start after all.
Kim? I'm going to ask this for a suggestion. For those of you who have had or are in relationships, you know what it's like. You wake up in the morning and the toothpaste is not where it should be. This becomes a major issue. The toilet seat is left up or down. How could this be? Your favorite novel isn't where it was supposed to be. The kids haven't been picked up. The car's got a dent in it. All right, this is just fuel for your imagination. What is a relationship issue between two people? Money. Thank you. Money.
Haven't got a single dime, but I guess
Herbert the pimply and clumsy frog. And one from the warebasket. Bar at a tennis club. So we have Herbert the pimply and clumsy frog at a bar at a tennis club.
What about the wet basket?
Thank you. The what basket says, makeup after a breakup. Thank you.
Rub it, reap it, rub.
Oh, Herbert, there you are. Honey, sweet darling, I want to apologize. Well, I couldn't help it. I was very angry about you kicking my golden ball back out into the yard. It's the only thing I knew to do. I'll be right out. May I have a Shirley Temple, please? Thank you. Here's your drink, sweetie. I apologize. I didn't know that the spell would undo that way, really. I was trying to threaten you. Herbert, you can be so obstinate sometimes. If you want, I'll kiss you again. Maybe make one a little stronger. Thank you. Here, I'll even put it on the floor. You're so embarrassing.
You think it's embarrassing? How do you think I feel? None of my suits fit anymore.
Well, it's funny seeing you in your tennis garb with your little green legs.
Funny. My tennis partner almost stepped on my foot because he couldn't tell it from the court.
I know. Really, I'm sorry, honey. I'm sorry. Well, I'll forgive you if you forgive me.
You'll forgive me. You'll forgive me?
Yes,
For what?
for kicking my golden ball.
I think that's the source of this whole problem to begin with. Don't you really?
Yes, I do.
So it's my fault?
No, I think you don't understand how important that ball is to me. It's a family heirloom. And I think that your condescending remarks about being too old to be playing with golden balls, I think was uncalled for. And I think your disparaging remarks about my family were uncalled for. And, I mean, I only did the only thing I knew. It's a little curse among friends. Do you want to change back here, or do you want to go home and be changed back? Come on, make up your mind. Or do you want to just stay as a frog? And by the way, you're uglier this time than you were before. Your skin is all broken out.
You're pushing it. You're definitely pushing it. This could be a case of warts for you if you're not careful.
I'm much faster than you, even in high heels.
Here is probably as good as any place. Are you sure this is going to work?
No. That's the only thing I know. It's always worked for Grandmama. You ready? You haven't said you forgave me yet, though.
That's what it cost me?
I just want us to be in some kind of agreement before we change things. It's nice to have a little bit of an upper hand.
I
I wonder if I kissed you twice, what you'd turn into. All right, let's do one more. Let's see what we have. What did you draw? Okay. Thank you very much. Poolside is where this takes place. Would you like to draw what? Thank you. Okay, and the personal concern here is how to broach the subject of having safe sex and enjoying it. And give us a hoot, would you? Thank you. Who is a Jewish mother? So we have a Jewish mother who's poolside, wanting to bring up the subject of safe sex and having it be enjoyable.
The sun is so bright, it's hard for me to be outside. How are you? How are you? I saw you are in the next room. I am Otto.
Nice to meet you.
Same to you.
You look familiar.
This is I'm telling you, I am in the next room from you many days.
Where's your bathing suit?
I have not owned one since 1944. The Germans took everything. Okay. Do you mind if I sit and smell the chlorine?
Yeah, margarita. Your warm milk, sir, while you're here?
It's too much. Can I have half that much?
Certainly.
Give there are children starving in the parking lot and makes money with the milk.
Get a chair, bring it up. We'll talk.
Eventually, my life is not so much fun. My son, you know, the Nevish.
He's the one with the short pants?
Yes. He won't buy a new car. But he paid for this trip for me to come out here.
I have a son too. I have a
Yes,
son.
you
I have
have
a
a
son,
son.
Moshe.
And does he push you all the time?
He pushes me all the time. He's dating a shiksa.
From
Blonde hair.
A long hair chicks?
Blonde hair.
Oh.
Blonde. Red fingernails.
Oh, too much excitement. Oh, the sun and the hot milk, I'm getting such an experience from.
You're here to relax. That's good. That's
Yes.
good. Maybe you take off your shirt in a few minutes, huh? Get some sun.
But I don't hardly know you. You are from across the hall and you are in my life already.
I'm wearing this bathing suit. I don't mind.
I know, but this Miami Beach, I don't understand.
Listen, you're a man of the world. You're older than me. You had a lot of experience.
Mm-hmm.
Can I talk to you about a problem?
Sure.
Here's my son, Herbert. He's the problem. Bye, Herbert.
Herbert Moshe, how are you?
Just fine. How about your selves?
So,
You're cute.
oh, I'm having a rash now. I'm waking up. Did they go running or
You see
something?
that?
They're all
You
sweaty.
see what they're doing? They do that all the time. What am I supposed to do?
Kiss on each other?
Kiss, hug. Who knows what they do at night? You doesn't tell his mother anymore. The world is a terrible place.
Now you're talking. Now we have something in common. I wasn't so sure about you, I thought. But now I am sure you are okay.
He's a nice boy, you know, but he's not too bright.
But why doesn't he marry the poor thing?
Oh,
She's
he
not going to
couldn't.
find anybody better.
He couldn't marry her.
Why not?
She's a waitress.
Where?
I don't know, some
It makes a
resort,
difference,
some
you know.
resort. But let me ask you this.
Sure.
You talked to your son about, you know, the birds and the bees.
Once I did. About the birds. I never got to the bees.
Maybe you can't help him.
Oh,
Pretty day, isn't it?
so what is the problem?
I'm afraid for my son, you know? These days you go out with someone, you could die from it.
You were at the
Get
dance
one.
last night, weren't you?
No, it's
In
so
the
expensive.
hot red dress?
No, I mean disease.
Oh, boy, things have changed, huh?
Yeah.
Before the worst thing that could happen to you was
Certainly.
maybe death and childbirth, but now you don't even get that far.
No, you don't. So how do I tell him? His father's been dead, God bless his soul, many years. I don't know if the boy ever had a health class, you know, in high school. How do I say to him, Herbert Moisha, wear a room?
We're outside, it's been into the air. We got to disinfect the pool now. I thought you were a classy lady, even with that schmutznig bathing suit. But
Well, then how would you say it?
I would say move back in with your mama. Your mama knows best.
Oh, I don't want him
You
here.
don't want him?
No, I'm happy alone.
Well, if he gets married like a normal person should and does and will, then he is in the, how you say, in the clear.
No,
It's only when he goes
it's
spaghetti
not.
around. What?
It's not he's in the clear. He doesn't know who he's marrying. You know what I mean?
Well, the lady he was with is not.
Anybody.
So he flips from bush to bush.
He does.
Well,
He needs to,
I think he should go to law school. Or better yet, medical school. And then he would know these things and leave his mama alone. You are much happier without worrying about him.
what do I do in the meantime?
If I only knew that. See, this is a problem that hasn't been a problem for me since 1940. Something.
You're a man, though. How would you talk to another man? You talk to him. Herbert! Herbert!
Yeah, Mom. Yeah. What do you want?
This is my new friend. He wants to talk to you for a minute.
How are you? No, I feel I don't know you so good, but I
That's
like
because you don't.
You sit down here, Herbert. I'll go see about lunch.
Could I have some more warm milk, please?
Mom, do I have to? I've got things I'm doing, Mom. I'm not sitting on the knee.
You want to sit on my knee?
No, that's what I thought you were.
No, I'm making sure it's still
Hurry up,
there.
old man.
I do a check 5 times a day. I say, okay, how are you? Fine, thank you.
You got something to say? You're wasting
Yes.
my time, okay?
Yes, your mama wants you to how you say, in my country we say, Shmagari,
I'm not wearing a rubber.
What are we going to find this time? Let's see, who? Would you like to pull one out of here? Oh boy, way at the bottom. This is a who? Your regular attractive young man. This is quite different than Herbert the Pimply Frog, isn't it? Who, what? Right off the top here. Oh, I see. Oh, let's see. Obelisk. That's the what? It's an obelisk. And the where? Well, here. This is called safe participation. Top of the mark. So we have your regular attractive young man with an obelisk at the top of the mark. Thank you.
To her usual place in front of the window, surveyed the entire city, took a deep breath, and sucked in excitement.
He slowly came up behind her, handing her a drink, a tall, frosty drink. He kissed her on the neck and whispered sweet nothings in her ear.
Passionately, she caressed my chest and took the cherry from the glass, popped it into her mouth, made several sucking noises, and then spit out the pit against the window. With disdain.
He walked over to the bar and picked up a bowl of peanuts, which he began stuffing in his mouth with abandon. The peanuts were falling on his chest, and he wiped them, brushed them off. He rushed over to her and grabbed her by the shoulders strongly and whispered a marriage proposal out loud.
Take me, I'm yours. She recoiled in horror. She choked on an ice cube, spit it out, kicked it across the room, said something in Polish, and stared at me with a hate not to be believed.
He recoiled backward slowly, shaking his finger at me, saying, waiting for me to grasp him again by the coattails. He turned around vigorously and whistled a song under his breath while unbuttoning his shirt.
She looked at me, stared at my naked chest, and saw the solid gold obelisk that she had placed there many years before. She pointed at it and stifled a giggle. Not too well.
He buttoned his shirt up against very slowly, embarrassed, totally humiliated by my giggle. Crushed, crestfallen, he uttered a few tears.
She unbuttoned her blouse tastefully and showed me an even bigger obelisk that she had put on her chest. It hung to the floor. She bent over and drilled holes in the floor with her obelisk. She danced a tango with her obelisk. Looked up at me as if to say,
You're a regular nice guy. But you're not for me. Not unless you know the secret of this obelisk.
but she held out in a foreboding manner. She ran up and drove it through my shoe.
He pulled out the obelisk from his shoe. He pointed it at me, threateningly. He made as if he was going to stab me, and he was going to kill me. He toyed with me, laughing hysterically, like a maniac.
No more, Mr.
That's a improv technique where the players direct and describe what the others are doing. So you get a chance to both initiate as well as follow instructions. And, it's called external narrative. We just sprung that on each other. I want to do something kind of special now. Before the show started, you got to meet our light guy, Jim Lilie, who is also one of the performing members of Flash Family. And this run, he's doing lights most of the time. There's a piece that he does when he performs with us that's kind of a mind blower, and I thought, you know, what the heck, he's being so good up there on lights, let's get him on stage and do a mind-blowing number, a specialty of his. And it's a song where you give him the first line and the last line. And his job is to start with that first line, sing the whole song, making it up, of course, as he goes along, and end with the last line. So what we want are two lines that don't have anything to do with each other in order to make it an appropriate challenge. So what would be the last line of this song? Would be in the last line of any song. I mean, you make it up. What do you want?
The balloon hit the ground.
Okay. Okay, so let's get Jim up here. Give him a hand. There's the line.
Why are you clapping? You haven't heard this song?
I told them to. They're very cooperative.
Thank you for telling me.
Also, you know, you've been back there. Welcome you on stage.
Yeah, really, it's true. There's rats in the
It's dangerous in the back. That's why we've got you all down here safe and sound. Okay, so the reason I took the last line first is so he wouldn't have any time between walking from there up to here to do any planning. So now we give him the first line of the song. Dan will get the music going right away and we throw him right into it. Okay? So what would be the first line of a song? Has nothing to do with that.
She loved me in the morning.
She loved me in the morning. Take it away,
Thank
Jim.
you very much. She loved me in the morning. You see, she had to because at night she was too busy, my socks darning. She took such good care of me day and night. When I'd come home from work, she was a beautiful sight. She was a perfect woman, except for one thing. She would never talk to me. All she would do is sing these operatic arias in foreign languages I didn't understand. And then the household chores would get out of hand. Delivery men would be at the door. The kids would be holding their ears and saying, no more, no more, no more, Mom. Please don't sing those crazy songs. She couldn't imagine that anything could possibly be ever wrong. I said, honey, I'm going away. I can't stay in this crazy house one more day because you keep singing, the kids are screaming, everything is going wrong here. She turned things quite around. She said nothing, she couldn't utter a sound. And then all of a sudden our marriage was over, the balloon hit the ground.
It's just about time for a break, but before you go, how many people here are cat lovers? Okay, how about dog lovers? Boy, there's a lot of people who aren't either. That's interesting. Usually I think of the world as divided up into cat lovers and dog lovers. How about the rest of you? Birds? Rodents? Snakes? Okay. Have a good break. We'll see you in 10 minutes.
I need from you is an actual live physical object. And I'm going to come down into the audience. Something you've got in your purse. Ah. All right. We've got a common ordinary shoe. But for how long? Till we magically transform the shoe into...
It does too fit!
It's the only thing I know that will get the really deep wax out.
So then I says to him, I says, stop it, Mark. And he says to me, Marge, I can't. So then I says to him,
Oh, I'm so happy at this party.
I wanted the banana to reach to both ends.
Margaret, I told you not to feed the bears.
There's that sound again. There's somebody behind this wall.
I very carefully thought about this case here, and I realized that something's afoot.
honey, I have to talk to you about safe sex.
That damn fly. That damn fly. Shoot, fly. Shoot.
In our school, we teach posture and prestige and poise with shoes. Books are easy.
No, Harvey, this isn't what I meant by fix the pump, okay?
Oh, it's a lively one.
10:15. Well, Sir Ralph, I think this will fit. However, we mustn't tell your wife you're dressing up this way.
She wouldn't quite understand, would she?
No, she wouldn't, would she?
No, neither would I.
My friend Keith has a habit of doing things to ants in his kitchen.
So I said to her, you really ought to quit the guy, because he's really kind of a jerk. And if you don't, I'm going to kick his butt.
It's a fast river, but I think if we both get on, you take the back. Go!
Oh, the shoe.
Thank you, Deborah. What I'd like from you now is a style of TV show. We have soaps, we have cop shows, we have, what's a style of show?
Soap.
Like? A soap. What kind of a soap? There are even categories of soaps.
A comedy soap.
A comedy soap, like soap. Okay, thank you.
Hey, Myrtle! This'll be a great place to have the picnic right here.
You're right, Freddie. I love this place. Ever since we started coming out here in our senior year, I've loved it.
Ah, boy, the air is fresh, the sun is clear, and the clouds are rolling away.
Oh, Freddie, you're such a poet.
Yes, and I don't even know it.
Freddie, I must talk to you about something.
My feet, they're long, fellas.
No, Freddie, I need to talk to you about your brother.
My brother?
Your brother Matthew.
Don't mention his name. You have already. How quick you are, my dear.
I don't know what to do. He's been calling and he wants to come and see me and he told me not to tell you.
Not to tell me?
What?
My own brother telling you not to tell me? So why did you?
Well, because I love you.
What?
And I didn't want him to come between us.
That would be 3 of us. That would never work.
I know. I wanted just to be you and me and
the clear blue skies overhead. Is that what you mean?
And the fluffy white clouds and be on this hill forever.
But wait, this makes me think of a gift that I have waited years to give you. And something that may truly express how I feel.
Oh, darling.
In my heart of hearts.
Oh, I'll
about
wait.
you.
I'll wait. Go get it. I'll wait.
Okay, I'll go get it.
Oh no! Matthew!
I think if I go,
What are you doing here?
I'm doing the same thing you are. I'm searching for precious metals.
Have you spied on me and Freddie? Have you followed us here?
No, I haven't quite, because Mr. Jefferson told me to keep an eye on you two because, well, you know how people talk.
Well, I don't. Freddie, Matthew, I told Freddie. I don't know what to say to you except have some fried chicken.
Fried chicken? You know it makes me break out. Maybe I'll just eat the skin. You know, I come up here to think, what?
Matthew,
Yes. What?
are you still having a crush on my sister?
Oh, I didn't know you knew about that, Mary Lou.
What? She told me everything.
She can't have told you everything. It hasn't happened yet. I plan to propose marriage to her this afternoon as soon as I get the grease off my face.
She's pregnant, you know. You've been making a big mistake. You've been asking proposal to a tainted woman. I've saved myself for you, Matthew.
Oh, what a day this is turning out to be. Why didn't I take the day off from the hardware store? Why didn't I just stay home and watch TV?
Oh, Matthew, I have such big plans for you and your hardware store.
You're complicating my life. Besides, you're eating my Cheetos.
Well,
Did I offend
I
you?
can see. Yes, you have offended me. I've laid my soul on the line to you, and you've done nothing but laugh at me.
I haven't laughed at you. I've just been staring confusedly at you. Where is she? I gotta run after her and make sure she's really pregnant, and then I'll know what a man's gotta do, what a man's gotta do, what it's do. You know what I'm saying?
Who was that guy? It looked amazingly like my brother.
Oh, it was just a stranger. Just
A stranger?
someone.
You take that attitude? He's been out here probably talking with you, perhaps licking grease off your fingers, and you don't know who it was?
Well, I do know who it was. I just didn't want to make you jealous. What an evil laugh you have.
I don't think you've been entirely honest with me.
I have been honest with you. There isn't a dishonest bound in my body.
Well, maybe. I'll take that. The gift that I brought for you is worth more than you are.
Oh, wait! Oh, pretty, wait!
Here it is. But I wanted to tell her that, well, I think I could have a crush on her. I just want to Why don't I make them fight over me and see which one wins, and then I won't have to make a decision.
Matthew,
Want a Cheeto?
why didn't you leave yet? Here, I brought you a rubber chicken.
You've never talked to me this way before.
I don't know what I want now. You're looking strangely attractive to me.
What a day.
Or is it attractively strange? I don't know. It's one or the other, but I'm confused. My head is whirling. I don't know. I think I need some cake. Chocolate cake? Hurry, chocolate cake!
Shit. I didn't know pregnant ladies ate chocolate cake. I'm real confused. Thank God I got my rubber chicken. I think I'll take it home with me tonight and sort this whole thing out, and then get on a bus and move to another town. Yeah. Quack, 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 quack.
Tune in next week for another episode of The Brothers.
Right, we want to play a story game with you now. And we require you to be the editors of this story in order for us to make this work. Our job will be to have a group of people telling a story together, only they won't know when their turn is because I'll be conducting it and surprising them. But their job is to stay so tuned into the story that they're ready to continue it at any moment's surprise notice. Now, if you hear any overly long pauses during those changes, or any words that are repeated unnecessarily, or if somebody makes an error in grammar, got those? Overly long pause, unnecessary repetition, or error in grammar, then your job is to let them know they made that error by calling out to them, zap, which will be an electrical charge that will zap them right off the stage, and we'll see who ends up here the last. So let's practice your part. How about on 3, give me a zap. 1, 2, 3, zap! Wonderful job. All right, let's bring some storytellers out. And of course, they don't know what the story's about. You're going to tell them. So how about some kind of object that runs on batteries? Electric plant. Like, what was it? A Walkman. A Walkman. Okay, great. We got a Walkman. And some Eastern country.
India.
India. Okay, this is an Indian, as in India, Walkman. And the style of this story, give me a literary style.
Poetic.
Okay, it's a poetic story. It's all right. Let's just challenge them. Okay. You're in the front row. They can see who said that and everything. This is a poetic narrative on the Indian Walkman.
A Walkman glinted in the light of the steely moon, where it sat as lovers spoon. I wonder
Where to go and what to hear. I put the Walkman to my ear. I said,
Walkman, Walkman, tell me a story. Keep me
Occupied for all the glory that it may bring me, then I can listen to tunes from far off lands and try to stimulate
my glands. And so I put it to my ear and heard
a little voice that whispered, "You are a dear." It said over and over, "I love you."
so, because you're one of many though, I have loved from far and near.
and far again. No, there's no place like India. My name is Patel. So I went on the big
Walked down the side of the road and headed towards a company called Mattel. I wondered where
My love would be waiting for me at Mattel.
company. I walked to the door. They said he'd left. He'd got on a plane and gone bereft.
Leaving me and my Walkman.
man.
alone, the two of us, solo, without a home
to call our own. Alone we were, one and one,
My tape,
and I, so alone. I found that
He was here for me in spirit, if not in certainty.
and I was going to make sure
that I would follow.
It's not so hard.
straight.
Great, but not hard. Okay, that I would find
the warranty. And so it began, my perilous trek. I roamed
In mud up to my neck. I went upon the Tibetan Mount. I looked at Nepal. I couldn't count the people there.
Who saw me walking with my Walkman to my ear. They looked and stared and pointed.
askance. They giggled and chortled and wet their pants. And the monks,
They rang their bells for me. They wore their robe.
They whipped their wheels. They loved to look upon my
face, contorted, with the volume turned up to infinity, where I lived in my
Vinny. I spoke to my Walkman. I said, hear me now.
No. Take my story and record it.
verily. And so my Walkman did, took the sounds
Of my id. It said, you must hear me, oh my dear. Your man
Is coming to find you near. Across the seas, across the
sand. He came out
of a foreign land. He said he came here from Calcutta. He said he lived
somewhere down under. The sand
of time drifted in my lunch and got
me to the bunch of grapes that were the bottom of my life. But there he
stopped
dead in his tracks and stared
instead of my eyes at my feet that were riveted
on wet cement and very neat. He said to me,
my love,
my dear, if only you and I
were here and near together, drinking beer. He wore a turban
upon his head. He wore a scarf.
Nodded as if he were dead. And swept me into
his arms that were but wisps of smoke. Alarms. I
knew then he would come. He spoke to me
and pulled out a plum and did all the things
a lover should.
What?
Except hold me.
Okay. My knees are getting stuck. All right, you
It's only
guys.
your knees.
And then he
grasped my intellect and pulled me closer to him. And this
Intellect. Give Norma a hand. And Norma will wrap up this poetic narrative for you about the Indian Walkman. Thank you.
But wait, there's more. Oh. But Norma's first. Come on, serious up now.
He grasped me, my intellect, my id, my ego, with arms that swelled with smoke. I knew then that he was dead, and that should I care to follow in his lead, I would have to die too. I decided living is better than dead. And so, taking my Walkman and my tape, I uncoiled the tape and let it drift into the sand, spinning out the tale of our love into the water as it washed along the shore.
How many people have seen a musical lately? Two? Did you go together? Well, 3. You weren't sure for a second. 4. All these closet musical goers. It's okay. It's okay to go to musicals. Well, you come to one tonight. I don't know whether you know it or not, because Mimi and I have decided that we're going to sing a song that, if it isn't in a musical now, it will be shortly. And we don't know what it is yet because we haven't invented it. But what we'd like from you is a suggestion. Do you have anything to ask for?
Yeah. Let's see. What is something that you have in your house that you would never throw away?
My laundry basket.
Laundry basket.
Okay, I'm sure there's a show tune that can be written about that, and now is the time.
Suggestion of some kind of a physical lotion, a location. Lotion will be fine too. We'll take it.
Club Med.
Club Med. Any particular one?
Tahiti.
Tahiti's Club Med.
Oh, I love it. Oh. And into a little life, there's crises that always fall. Now, what's a life crisis that you faced in your life?
Ran out of toilet paper.
And lotion, probably.
Run out of toilet paper. All right, thank you.
Do you have the number 15 over there?
Oh, yes, I'll get it. Yes, it's right here.
Thank you.
I think it's wonderful the way you adapted to Tahiti
Well, if
so quickly.
I keep enough of this on, I have nothing to fear.
Your wonderful hair coloring. Yeah. Last night it was so romantic the way you took that large red purse and you just filled it with all that gooey
The M&Ms?
Yes, the M&Ms. Oh, and then you made me stick my head in it. And
I thought you'd find that a surprise. Yeah.
And then at the very bottom, under the M&Ms, you had hidden that quite disgusting thing that it's hard for me to even talk about it.
Oh, you saw the little firecrackers.
Oh, yes.
They're not illegal. Don't worry about it. This is a free island. No problem. I mean, doesn't it just remind you of last year when we were at when
we were snorkeling in the Alaska.
Yeah, right. Oh, was that cold too? Oh God! No wonder I blocked that out. That was probably the worst vacation. Don't you think? Yeah.
I think it was, except for that time that you and I and our dog and our cat went down, and we went through that long path that bordered on that very frightening
Garbage dump.
Oh, that garbage dump stunk.
Yeah.
Oh.
I still think we should have written a letter to the travel agent, because I don't think that's right. Do you? I mean, I don't at all.
No.
Her, what's her name? Mrs.
Cutting the mud.
Cutting the mud. There is a correlation between her name and the place. Maybe she thought it was nice.
It's all in that woman's taste. Freeze.
Now, as they've been playing the scene, you notice they've been kind of reading each other's mind and supplying the word to help each other out. People who are in long-standing relationships who really think alike tend to do that for each other. They can, fill in the gap for each other. So, but what I'd like to do now is to let you fill in the gaps. And one of the fun things is to don't give them what they're expecting. It should fit grammatically, but don't give them what it sounds like they might be expecting. So you'll know when they need a word, they'll turn to you, and somebody call out the word for them, all right? Then they'll have to make use of it.
I think people are snickering. I don't see anyone else wearing things on their feet. Do you think it's odd for me to be wearing
Underwears.
a rubber on my toes like that?
Oh, I don't think it's odd. We're into rubber. I like rubber. It's one of our favorite things.
I know, but it's the individual ones on each toe like that.
Well, I think they're cute. I mean, no one's just looking at me because I've got this extremely expensive and black bra on.
And it looks so good on you. There aren't many older people like us that can take the pop culture in and assimilate it the way you have. I think it's wonderful. I mean, it really is. It's the way you serve party. You do the same thing. Remember last year when you had that party and you served
Velveeta.
I mean, most people would think that's tacky.
Oh, but I loved it.
I did too, and the way it melted over the edge of the plate was absolutely great.
Oh yes, and then you had the piece de resistance for the party. It was. Well, you brought it in on a platter, and it was still wiggling, and it was a
Hot water bottle.
Water bottle.
I think the little electric vibrator that put in it was the trick, because no one understood why it kept going like that.
No,
that was hysterical. I thought John was going to fall right off. Right off the stairs.
The stairs. Oh.
I mean.
Well, he did. He fell off, and he hurt his face,
leaked right in the carpet. But
well, we could have had another vacation.
I think the dog still thinks it was something we did for him.
Yeah.
How about you?
Right. Well, that had such an untimely mishap when that dog ran out and got it ran out, and then it got spaghetti, and then it just choked on all that spaghetti.
I'm telling you, if you give the dog the charge card, it's going to do God knows what. You can't trust the pets with money like that. Make them take a checkbook, okay? At least that way they'll be responsible. They'll add it up, and they'll see at the bottom of the column that.
Yes, that there's meaning to life.
Meaning, absolutely. If there's anything our dog understands, it's meaning.
It is. I'd like to have a toast to our dog, Snooky. May he rest his soul. After he ate the spaghetti, he just farted.
Why do you bring that up?
Oh, I can
still remember it. I got the lotion in, didn't I? Could I have a simple activity that more than 2 people might be involved in?
Beekeeping.
Beekeeping, thank you.
Mommy's here, little buzzies! Fiona, I've got the honey! Oh! Oh!
I pissed him off with a stick.
You know better than that!
Freeze! Pretty darn dramatic, don't you think? It's full. Well, it's so full of energy and drama that I'd like to see it again. Could we, one more time from the top?
Sure.
Beekeeping.
There you are, little buzzies! Come on! Fiona, I've got the honey! Oh!
I pissed him off with a stick.
You know better than that!
Freeze! Now you have to agree, having seen it twice, that it is just ripe with emotion. But tonight, when you go home, just before you go to bed and you think about this scene, because you will, will you be able to remember every single element that's in it? To be sure, let's see it in slow motion. There are hundreds of theatrical styles, writing styles, TV styles. Any one of them might be as good, maybe better. Is there a style you'd like to see the scene in?
Speed up.
Very fast. Theatrical style.
Shakespeare!
Shakespeare, I hear. Thank you.
Forsooth. Your liege lady is here. Yon buzzers. Lady Fiona, I've brought the honey for your lips.
Oh, death, where is thy sting?
That's no better than that.
Freeze. Wow. And another style, please.
Haiku.
I'm sorry, from the camera.
Haiku.
Haiku. A poetic look. Let's see.
The bees wish to please with honey. Does the sun wish to please the bees? Fiona's son, honey. Oh,
Into flight, I have aroused them with the anger of my staff.
sunshine brightly on thy lack of knowledge.
Boy, what you can communicate with just a few words, and it is amazing. Another style, perhaps.
Bergman.
Bergman, thank you.
Great.
bees. I am here. Do you care?
Fiona, the honey from death.
Yeah, sure, I have aroused them with my paddle, which is more than I have done with you. Pain is my life.
You knew once better.
Freeze. One more? I'm sorry, I heard them all at once.
Separate.
Rap.
Rap.
Yo, beats! Stand up! Lay down the honey on me! Come on! Yo, mama, Terry, get down here and lay that honey on me! I brought the honey, can't you see? I'm gonna put it in your hive, just little on me.
Fuck with these bees, never sticking by the bees. Buzz, you all.
You know better than that! You know better than that!
Freeze. Thank you.
In everyone's refrigerator, a little darkness lives. When you open that door, you let the light in on whatever's in there. What is in your refrigerator?
Baking soda.
Yeah, baking soda. Thank you.
Let's sing a little song for the folks. What do you say? All right, sing. Let's sing. Baking soda? I think we ought to get Jim down here. What do you think? Yeah. Woo! Get on down here. Come sing a song with
about 30 pounds. It looks like the tundra. I shovel that shit in there. You know those greedy things come walking around, and then I put the time lock on till Monday morning and I go out on the town.
Thank you very much for coming tonight. And we couldn't have done this show without you. We need suggestions to do a show. And we appreciate you being here so much with the problems going out in the parking lot. But we also want to give you, on your way out, a pass to come back for half price another night. And, and have a better time in the parking lot.
2 for 1.
Or 2 for 1. You can use it for 2 for 1 if you want. And we'd like to thank some people who were working real hard behind the scenes. Our house manager, Ed Buckley. And in front of the scenes and behind the scenes, our cue card holder and cameraman, Michael Woods. Our one-man orchestra, Dan Reich. Our light man, guest singer, Jim Lilie. And our players, Norma Novy. Deegan.